All right, we're just taking note of the way the mid-cap end is doing. Right now, we have Tata Communications, which has moved to the high point of trade. L&T Tech Services, too, has moved to the high point of trade. So a couple of these mid-caps are actually doing well this morning. But the stock that is on our radar is Motilal Oswal. The company's delivered an almost steady state performance. The capital market business was a little weak, as was the wealth management business. But private equity as well as housing finance actually came to the rescue. 45% jump is what we saw in their private equity business quarter on quarter itself. We have with us Raamdeo Agrawal, chairman and co-founder of Motilal Oswal. Raamdeo, thank you for joining in. Usually we ask you for your market opinion, etc. But let's talk about Motilal Oswal itself this time around. Apart from the numbers, you've also announced a buyback. Now, that's something interesting because your job is to go ahead and deploy money into the capital markets in attractive looking ventures. What has so happened that Motilal Oswal seems like an attractive bet to you right now? That's point number one. And point number two is, are promoters, participating in the buyback?
Yes, good morning. Yeah, I think let's see what the board meeting, we have board meeting on 17th of May and issues will be discussed. What will the price at which we should buy back? I think mostly promoters will also participate in that buyback. So it could be a tender offer or something like that. But we'll be able to talk about it a little more once the board meeting is over, because I would say that it is actually a board meeting where it will be discussed. What is the quantum, what should be the terms, at what price, so those things will be discussed, and then only we can discuss in finality what exactly is coming out. So
you will go for the 10% of overall book or 25% of the overall book? What's the cash on your books right now?
See, actually the balance sheet is very liquid in the sense that almost 80-85% of the balance sheet is cash or cash equivalents in the form of investments, And good thing is that we have a free cash flow about 700-800 crores every year, and we are looking forward to almost 800-900 crores or maybe 1,000 crores free cash flow in 22-23 also. So we have a good. The nature of the business is like that, except for the housing finance. Everything is a free cash flow business. So clearly, it is one way of deploying the free cash flow. But bulk of the free cash flow will remain in the books and will be put up for kind of investment book. So it will be. The basic tenor of the kind of direction of the company would not change, and we'll keep building the operating businesses, and we'll also build the portfolio businesses.
Okay, all right, Mr. Agrawal. So we'll have a date with you. Once you all are done with the buyback, we'll get you back on the channel, and then you can give us further on that front. So let's keep that aside for now. But let's focus on the other aspects of your business. How has your market share trended in the broking business? If you have a number, how has it moved? Where is it likely to move? And also, what threat are you seeing from the digital broking platforms? I'm seeing a fair bit of recruitment on that side as well. Go ahead.
Yeah. So our market share has been very stable, and in fact, we have got about 900,000 new customers last year. Just that our customer acquisition policy is very different from pure digital broking houses. Ours is digital. Our clients are. We believe that clients need advice when they enter the market, and hence we have a very large battery of advisors across the country, and they help our clients mature once they come into the market and handhold while they're doing their trades and investments. So that's the thought process, and we are getting about 100,000 clients, 90,000 clients in a month, and that's how we have been building our business. Okay. And business has grown across the company, has grown almost 35-40% during the year, and profit has grown about 70%.
That's right.
So the performance has been, at least on the operating side, it has been very, very strong. And this Q4 has one feature where housing finance company, which was kind of one of the, I would say, drag or slow in the past, that has come out with a kind of a 45 crores profit with a every parameter improving in the sense that your gross NPS is down, your net NPS is down.
All right, Mr. Agrawal, now let's focus on that aspect. The housing finance business, that's delivered a profit, but that's because the provision has been written back, right? That's one of the key reasons why, in fact, it's delivered that. No, I think maybe you have something to say about that. From now on, do you believe that, in fact, it will stay well in the black? So that's first part. And also with regard to the market share question, do you have a number to put to it? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so coming back to the market share number, that's about I think 1.8% or 1.9%. That number has remained stable. And then you have the cash segment where we have very large market share. In F&O, we have a smaller market share. The blended one looks like to be 1.8, 1.9%. So that number, whatever, whether it is 1.8 or 1.9, that has remained stable throughout. Maybe we have somewhat 10, 15 bps we might have gained, but market share has remained very stable. As far as other things, what is the other question?
Housing finance. You just mentioned that it's moved into the black. My observation is that there's a big provision right back as well out there. But you're saying even stripped of that, you believe it's a strong performance. And from now on, will that performance improve? Go ahead.
Yes. So I think housing finance has done well on its own. The cost of the yield has been on the book has been very steady at about 40%. Cost of money and liability has come down, and operating cost is stable, and the credit cost, the bad book cost, that has also come down by 60 basis points. So I think it is across the board operating performance has been good. Collection has been very good. So whatever old backlogs were there, whether in bad book or in the gross NPA, that has also been collected at a very accelerated pace. I would say the Q4 of housing finance has been very good. We look forward to maintaining or improving the performance in the next 4 quarters. But I think that could be one of the segment of the entire operating businesses which can surprise us positively.
You know, that's something that everyone will monitor going ahead, as well as interest rates are likely to harden going ahead. So your cost of funds, as well as your passing on to the customers, and the spreads that you maintain out there is something we'll watch out for the forthcoming quarters. But what's actually surprised positively this time around was a 45% jump that we saw in your private equity business. What led to that? And we understand that, 24 to 36 months, we have a couple of PE funds maturing as well. So what kind of gains can we expect when these close?
Yeah, so we had one of the largest fundraise in PE last year, which happened in the second, third quarter kind of thing, and we raised about 4,500 crores in the equity fund last year. So now the investing process in that is gone, and in the year 22-23, all the fee based on that expanded fund base, which will be about 10,000 crores as we stand today, is there. As far as Fund 2 is concerned, Fund 3 still has time. Fund 2 is going to be maturing in next 1 or 2 years. And as per the auditor's valuation, I think Fund 2 has a somewhat 12 to 13 or 40% kind of a return expected as the things stand today. But 2 years can be a game changer in terms of what happens to 1 or 2 stocks within the portfolio.
Okay, all right. Mr. Agrawal, final question then. Liquidity in the market has shrunk. Is that in turn, that's impacting sentiment clearly, but is that impacting trading volumes? How has the first quarter so far been in comparison to, say, the Q4 of FY22?
I think we have done about, this is the first month, isn't it? After the
Yes. One third of the quarter is almost done.
Yeah, so on a daily basis, I would not know, but you would know better about the volumes which are happening on a daily basis.
All right.
I'll get to see on the first or second of the month.
Okay.
But I don't think there is any major change in terms of the direction of
That's good news.
Right. That's good. So, now that we've spoken about business, we can't let you go without, asking you something about the market. The last time you joined us, you had made a point that the FIs will find it painful to re-enter into the Indian markets. I was just looking at a Motilal Oswal note this morning itself, which was telling that the FII ownership has shrunk to a multi-quarter low in the markets. The Nifty 500 as well as the Nifty 50, almost 60% and 72% respectively, has been trimmed off quarter on quarter in terms of FII ownership. When do you think they will return? Because now the dollar is also rather expensive.
That is a billion-dollar question. When will they come back? And before coming back, will they exit even more intensely? So I have no clue. I mean, whether they. It looks that directionally they might keep selling because the other emerging markets are much cheaper. So the premium of India, other emerging markets are, because we are not correcting deeply. So that is very high.
Yeah.
So I would think that with my limited understanding that they might remain subdued or maybe selling it at the margin
Right.
for some. But whenever they come back
Is
uh, and retail participation increasing in India, I think they have sold it unemotionally and they will buy it unemotionally, and it will be fun to see how they buy next $10 billion in India.
and it will be a painful re-entry, as you told us the last time around. They are exiting now, but when they come back, maybe they'll have to come in at higher prices. Good speaking to you, Mr. Agrawal. Thanks so much for joining in. Actually, this time around, I missed the backdrop of your office, that you joined us last time. But anyway, look forward to chatting up with you rather soon and wishing you a good Friday. Well, that's the management of Motilal Oswal. Mr. Agrawal giving us a fair sense of business as well as giving us a quick tidbit on the FI flow situation. For the time being, slip in a short break, come back. We'll get a technical view on the markets. Manas Jaiswal waiting for us on the other side.